Chapter 20. A Strike for Liberty. One afternoon my mistress came down and told York the address to which we were to take her. She then insisted that our heads must be held higher, as she just could not stand the way we looked. York said nothing. He came and lifted my head and fixed the reins so tightly that I could not bear it. Then he went to Ginger, who already had a fair idea as to what was going. No sooner had York taken off the reins than Ginger raised her forelegs and reared up. She hit York's nose in the process and went on kicking until she kicked the carriage pole and fell down herself. During her strip, she had hit me on my fetlock too. I wonder what further trouble she might have, given if York had not terminated her struggle by sitting down on her head. Then I was unbuckled and taken to my box. I was quite excited by the occurrence of the day, and I had been in the habit of kicking. I would have surely kicked that day. But as I had never kicked, I stood firming in my mind, hurt in my leg and stiff in my head, as the check reins were still buckled tightly and I could not move my head. Soon Ginger was brought in by 2 grooms. She was in a sorry state, all bruised and sore. As York unbuckled my check reins, he crushed them beneath his breath. My master too was furious at his wife and reprimanded York for having listened to her. However, nothing changed in my life. The check reins were neither removed nor loosened. My master's son thought that Ginger would make a fine hunter, and a horse called Max took her place in her carriage. Max was accustomed to the tight check reins, but said it was shortening his life. The 4 months I spent in the service of my mistress were dreadful. As a result of a sharp beat on my jaw and tongue and the restricted position of my head and throat, I began to foam at my mouth. Some people think that a horse that foams at the mouth is more spirited, but I am sure it is as unnatural for a horse to foam at the mouth as it is for men. It is a sign of discomfort that needs attention. The check reins also put pressure on my windpipe and made breathing uncomfortable. My neck, chest, mouth and tongue were sore. When I returned from work, I felt exhausted and depressed. How I missed my old home, in which I had always known that John and my master were my friends, although I was well treated here in a certain aspect. I had no friend. York must have known how the check reins tormented me, yet he took it as a matter of course. Nothing was done to ease my suffering. In the battle between fashion and a horse health, it was a fashion that won.